Project Zomboid. A pretty far departure from the games I typically play. This is definitely more in the horror genre, and a game that definitely doesn't hold back. It wants you to know right off the bat, you're gonna die. Oh, you're gonna die. Yes, but actually, no. Introducing Bim Scutney, or just Bim Scutney for short. A former firefighter turned zombie killing machine, Bim Scutney had one goal and one goal only in mind. To not fucking die, I mean to live, but it wasn't alone. Welcome to Emiville's server, a place where our boy could start a new life. But wait, Barrymore, those are not new stats. Yep, I didn't record everything, so let me abridge this for you real fast. Both veterans and noobs joined the server. While the more experienced players went off on their own, newer players were invited to stay at the hotel, where both Mayor Emmy and John created a safe haven for us all to learn without an immediate struggle bus. If you're wondering why there's a spear point at my face, don't worry, it was for a good reason. I almost died. But we'll get to that in a second. First, fact lightning round. One of our fellow survivors proposed to Mayor Emmy.
Aww.
She turned him down. We laid to rest our dear sweet Tim. We miss you, Tim. Will you fucking respawn already? Zombie head go splat. And there you go, you're all caught up. So before we proceed, let's first talk about our build. High thirst because we ain't getting any. Slow healer because pain train must go on. Prone to illness because we're just gonna listen to what Mama was saying. Come on in when it gets cold. Don't eat rotten food. Short-sighted because all you gotta do is get some glasses. You know I'm already a slow eater in real life, so why the hell not? What's escapism? Not gonna lie, this feels more like a buff than anything. I'm not gonna die via crashing. Cat's eye because I wanna see them coming in the dark. Wait, outdoorsman because we're gonna counteract a little bit of that cold. Brave because I never freak. Keen hearing because, wait, did you hear that? I did. Strength because Hulk smash. Fit because, well, do I really need to explain why it's good in a zombie apocalypse to be fit? And underweight because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So what up with this spear in the face? Well, you see, I ate some rotten food. I didn't know it was gonna be rotten. In fact, when I put it into my inventory, it was fresh. But since we're on a multiplayer server, time keeps going, even when I logged out. So that nice bowl of fresh soup quickly became rotten, and before you know it, yeah. And as we've discussed just previously, I took the weak stomach trait. Legit, if Emmy wasn't there, it'd been over. So while Emmy was telling me to eat some food and sit the hell down, John was making sure that if I got a little grabby, bitey, someone would be there to kind of take care of things. That's our defender of Emiville. So after nearly dying by her own hands, Emmy took me on a little field trip where I got to drive my car for the first time. This is where I started to realize just how many zombies there were already in the world and how there would be much, much more very soon. What do you know about that hashtag T-Boy's life? And it wasn't long before I found my new nemesis. Trees. Look at them, the big tall green bastards. Fun fact about trees in Project Zomboid. Like sand, they get everywhere, fast. Mr. Scutney was gonna have absolutely none of that. It was at that moment that he understood perhaps one of his newest, most important purposes here in Emiville. To chop them down with reckless abandonment. But we'll get to that in a second. We didn't leave the base for nothing. There was looting to be had, and lots of it. Now better than a bot, Emmy led me to a nearby suburbs where it was time to start looting up some houses. Gosh dang! There was walking, there was plenty of food, like peanut butter, the destroyer of many lives. Stairs, and some general tomfoolery, and plenty of scrimmages. It was now time for our boy to fly. Could he be a reliable ally on the front lines? Heck yeah, do you see this axe here? Time to start earning our keep. I wish I could tell you that Zombie fought the good fight, and Barry and Emmy let him be. I wish I could tell you that. Anywho, it was getting dark and we needed to get home. There weren't a whole lot of zombies along the way, but I still managed to do this. Oopsie daisy. And after a quick parking job, it was time for me to log out. And in this series, you're gonna find out that a good parking job is an achievement for me, because it wasn't a good parking job.
Deep in the forest of Maldra, there lives an evil spirit.
His name is Steve, and he's a dick. So if you've ever played Project Zomboid, you'll know that cars are a relatively new addition to the game. And with that, they're a little janky. Combine this with Steve the evil trickster, and you get yourself a recipe for disaster. Luckily, Emmy had also gone through this as well and knew how to get out. But make no mistake, this was going to be a long and arduous journey. Mostly on Emmy's part, to try freeing me from this mess. I like to tell you that I learned from my mistakes, and that this only happened once, but that would be a lie. But honestly, it was a hilarious way to end the night. Not just for us, Chad included was also having a great time watching this all unfold. I mean, listen. Oh. Oh. He's out! He's out!
We did it!
Thank you!
We did it!
You did it! Holy God!
Oh my God, we did it! You're free.
It's
You're
a
free.
boy!
It's a boy.
Oh my god. And with that experience under his belt, Bim swore he would never let that ever happen again. No, really, that actually happened. I'm now the proud owner of a spot on the opposite side of the parking lot. Anywho, for being a main character, I sure didn't feel like the main character in the story. Or at least, I'm in the training part of it, the beginning of the anime. I needed to do more training. With most players already off the server, I decided maybe it would be a good idea to do the tutorial. After all, it's meant to teach you how to play the game, right? And true to this game, the tutorial pulls no punches. Thanks for the pep talk there, Spiffo. But to its credit, it is straight to the point. It teaches you exactly what you need to know in a very dark and brutal way. It wants to remind you, this is a zombie apocalypse. The ultimate zombie apocalypse game. You're not supposed to survive, remember? So what came next was an ultimate betrayal. Seeing that we were injured, Spiffo told us to use Q in order to heal ourselves, which I found odd, but it is the tutorial. Then this. What the fuck, Spiffo? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the shit, Spiffo? Spiffo, you fucking asshole! Spiffo, you dick! Motherfucker! Spiffo! Spiffo, you So 3 things. First, that's awful. Second, Bim Scutney's gonna need a gun. Third, did you know that raccoon meat is actually edible? Food for thought there, Spiffo. I can already taste it. So the next day we logged back in and we were ready to start our training. It was time to become hardcore. So here's the thing about Bim's wood chopping fetish. Not only does he get to chop down those trees he hates so damn much, in every single sense it benefits Bim, while also offering the town a whole bunch of lumber that can be used for the defensive wall as well as any other things we need with carpentry. Becoming essentially the town's lumberjack increases not only our axe skill, but our maintenance skill. This means we're gonna do more damage to trees and to zombies, and the maintenance is gonna make it so that our axes break less often. It's like I was born for this job. And after several days of lumberjacking, it was time to put ourselves to the test. One night when it was just Bim left on the server, we went out looking for a group of zombies. Up until this point, I've always kept it to about 2 or 3 zombies per scrimmage, but eventually in this game, you're gonna come across a mob. Emmy, John, and everyone had been holding my hand through this process, but it was now time for me to sink or swim on my own. With everyone asleep IRL, if I was bitten, scratched, I was on my own. It was my problem to solve. This is when Bim became the hunter and not the prey. Yeah, I know that wasn't exactly the craziest battle in the world, but just you wait until episode 2. I want you to see the growth. With that victory behind him, Bim went to bed that night, thinking of how far he had come since the beginning of this apocalypse. I can honestly say that this is one of the best gaming experiences I've had in a very long time. In a world where I'm pretty much used to the standard being League of Legends and a very toxic community, I feel blessed I've been welcomed open-armed into this community here. The people on the server are wonderful. As far as community gaming goes, this is the best experience I've had, as well as probably some of the most fun I've had in games in a long time as well. Sometimes it's stuff like building a wall, farming, bashing in some zombie heads. Other times it's going ahead and being a loot goblin, gathering up some zombies by honking the horn, and other tomfoolery. I can also honestly say that this is one of the videos that I've had a lot of fun making. I have no doubts that I will be back with episode 2 and 3 and onwards so long as the server keeps going. So as Bim drifted off to sleep, he realized that once again his goal had changed.